Oh hey, you guys are just in time to join me while I change the oil in this Kubota L2800 tractor. Stick around to the end, there's a bonus as well. I'm just gonna pop the hood, just turn the latch like that, pull it up, lock that into place, and the oil filter is just right down here. So first we're gonna take off this piece here. So we've got a wing nut right here and a wing nut right there. So we're just gonna pop those off. Here's a closer view. Here's a wing nut, just like that. And there's also the other one back here. And then this thing just pops right off. This shot right here is just to explain where we are on the tractor. That's our right front tire. Here's the fuel filter that I'm pointing at. And if you go down below that, you'll see the oil pan, which contains 2 drain plugs. So like I showed you there, this is our oil pan. There are 2 plugs for this thing. So we're gonna drain one and then the other. This is a 19mm socket. Ouch. Okay. There's a little washer on there too, so make sure you don't lose that. What I should do is open that oil deal in the top. Let me do that. Here's where you put the oil in. So I'm just going to pop that off to let the oil out faster. Okay, now I'm going to replace this one. Snug it on there. Now the other side. I'm putting a little upward pressure as I unscrew this, which kind of helps keep the oil in there until it's ready to fall out like that. And again, I'm holding that washer so I don't lose it. Okay. Put it down. Okay, so our oil is drained. Now we're going to remove the oil filter. So here's our right front tire. We got our oil filter right here. So we're going to pop that off right now. Grab my filter tool. Just give it a little spin. Okay. And again, I'm pushing in while I spin. That way I don't drop it and make a bigger mess than I need to. See, it's just draining out of there, onto the front axle, and then down into our catch pan. We're ready to put the new filter back on. I'm just going to make sure that this is nice and clean, so we have a nice union between the rubber seal and this. Okay, before we get started, I'm just going to go ahead and grab some oil and lube up this seal. And once it's tight, give it a half turn. And that'll do. The filter is on. So now all we need to do is add fresh oil. So we're going to drop our funnel right in here. This particular tractor takes 6 quarts of oil. Check your owner's manual, of course, if you have a different tractor. All right, let's begin. I'm using Shell Rotella 10W30. Okay, we've got 5 quarts in it. I'm actually going to check it before I add any more. The dipstick is right here if you're looking for it. So we're to about there, the hole's there, so we're almost there. I'm going to add a little more, but I'm going to try not to overfill it. If you're scared of not using Kubota brand oil, go ahead and use Kubota. Okay, we are pretty much full, so I'm just going to leave it there and be happy with that. With that, we replace our plug. And I like to start it and let it run and just check for leaks. And when I know everything's looking good and it's running good, then I sign off as a job well done. I like to write the date and the hours currently on the tractor when I change the filter. I know exactly when I need to change it again just by looking at the filter. I appreciate you watching the video. As a quick bonus, I'm going to show you how to swap out the fuel filter. Fuel filter's right here. Again, you want a catch pan because it's going to get messy. I'm actually going to pinch this off carefully. I've got some needle nose with some little rubber pieces on there, so I'm just going to pinch this off real quick. I'm not actually sure if pinching that fuel line off actually does anything. Definitely suggest wearing gloves. Struggling a little bit here and trying to pull this out without breaking anything. There we go, there's the old filter. So yeah, clean this thing up. That'll actually help you see if it's clean too. That thing was so dirty. So now I'm just gonna slide the new one back in here. And it's got little grooves, so you just line those up. And see, it slides right down in. Perfect. And the new one comes with a little tiny O-ring. Okay, so that little O-ring goes right inside of there. Then the larger O-ring goes back on here. Put it back in and screw it together. There you go. If you liked that video, here's a couple you might like next. Thanks for watching, subscribe, see you in the next one.